name Crow Cop, you know, it goes in one ear out the other. That's not really what I'm thinking about. What I'm thinking about is going in there against a really good southpaw kickboxer, and I'm going to take it to him.
I watched a few of his fights. He's a good fighter, but I don't think he can surprise me.
I'll tell you one thing, I'm not going to be a stepping stone for him. I'm going to go out there and throw.
I will deliver people and the audience and fans what they expect to get, and that's a KO.
I'm bringing it for 15 minutes, 100%, an explosion, and let the chips fall where they may.
I know he's gonna come with all he got. I'm gonna come with all I got. I'm gonna leave it all in the octagon.
I will fight with anybody, King Kong, whoever, Godzilla. I will get down and I will slang these things. I will put him down.
You guys wanna watch one of the best fights you ever seen? Watch this scrap. I'm about to throw down.
I think you can expect a good fight. Travis is a great competitor, very good at jiu-jitsu.
I think he's an amazing stand-up fighter. But if I put him on his butt, that doesn't do him a damn bit of good.
First of all, he's going to have to get me to the ground. And once he gets me to the ground, we're going to see if he's going to be able to finish me.
I really don't see us going to the 5th round. It's just the clash of styles. Somebody is going to win. Either I'm going to take his arm home with me or a choke, or he's going to knock me out.
Another beautiful Saturday night in Las Vegas. We are sold out inside the Mandalay Bay Event Center, set to bring you UFC 67, All or Nothing. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Goldberg. Welcome once again to the Ultimate Fighting Championship. The middleweight title was to be on the line tonight until yesterday at the weigh-ins. Now the champion, Anderson the Spider Silva, came into the weigh-ins yesterday and weighed in perfectly at 185 pounds. His opponent was to be Travis Lutter of the Ultimate Fighter 4, the comeback winner, earning a title shot by winning in the Ultimate Fighter house. But he weighed in initially at 187 pounds. Now, the situation was he had 2 hours to lose 2 pounds because you have to be 185 officially in a title fight. The result, he did not make weight. So no middleweight title fight tonight. Anderson Silva is devastated that he does not get to defend his title tonight. The men will fight in a 3-round battle as Travis Lutter takes his chance tonight against Anderson Silva. But needless to say, missing an opportunity of a lifetime is embarrassing and ultimately very disappointing for Travis Lutter.
I know nobody's going to understand, and I'm not making excuses. I didn't make weight. You know, I up.
186 and a half.
It came down a couple of pounds. You know, I was a pound and a half over at the end, and to say that I'm disappointed is probably a huge understatement. I'm just having a really hard time getting motivated to lose weight. You know, I missed weight. I'm not fighting for a world championship. You know, I up. Am I going to be a little bit disappointed that I don't have a belt with me? Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. I may never get another opportunity to fight for a world championship. I apologize to everybody that was looking forward to a title fight. I'm still going to give it hell and walk out of there with my arm raised.
Travis disrespected the title, he disrespected the fans, and he disrespected everyone involved with the event. It's just a shame, and I don't even have the words to explain the way I feel coming into my first title defense and it not being a real title defense. I'm going to show him what kind of level of fighter fights for the championship. I'm going to fight like I'm defending my title, even if the title's not on the line.
Brazilian native and jiu-jitsu black belt Diego Saraiva makes his UFC debut on short notice against Dustin Hazlett, the Kentucky kid, who was just one of a few Americans to beat a Gracie. Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Zenergy, the ultra premium energy drink powered by science. Hazlett has a huge reach advantage at 6'1" to Saraiva's 5'6", a reach advantage of over 8 inches.
When the action begins, our referee in charge is Eve Loving.
Eve Levine is our referee, and we are set here at the Mandalay Bay Event Center.
Okay, let's go, guys. Are you ready, sir? Are you ready?
Diego Saraiva, Dustin Hazlett. A battle at 155 pounds.
Hazlett looks very lean at 155. He looked pretty lean at 170, but man, he is ripped here.
Yesterday at the weigh-ins, he was absolutely without fat. No body fat, virtually at all, on the body of Hazlett. Saraiva pulls guard. Both are confident in their ability to submit.
Hazlett has a monster reach advantage. I mean, you can see it here from the guard. He can just reach down and punch him in the face from, a big height. He's so far away from him, still able to tag him.
You know, at 155 with that type of reach, he's almost like a 155-pound Kendall Grove.
Yeah, I mean,
Kendall Grove at 6'6" at 185.
Yeah, these guys at heavyweight that are that height. You know, I mean, it's amazing.
And he tried to utilize that reach early, and that's going to be one of the keys to victory for Dustin Hazlett.
And he's a strong guy at 55. I mean, it's not just tall. He's tall and muscular. Big right hand.
Caught him with a right, tried to follow with the knee.
Saraiva, though, very good job keeping his composure. Hazlett pulling the rubber guard here. He's in mission control here. He's got him fully locked down. The benefit of this position, and he's doing it properly where he's hugging the leg, should be a little tighter with his left arm hugging that leg. But the benefit is Saraiva can't really punch him here. He's got no option to punch him. And what Hazlett's going to look to do is pull that left foot across Saraiva's face for an omoplata. He's got his right leg trapped under, though. But he's still okay if he's got good flexibility, if he can get away from that cage. If he can hold his position as they get away from that cage, if he can spin out and get his right leg back under him. See, Hazlett's going to have to pull that right leg in between Saraiva's legs. He's taking some shots here. Got to pin that arm down. He switches to half guard. He's got the lockdown on. Hazlett's smooth on the ground, but Saraiva's
trying to make himself have a little ability to work around by just trying to throw some strikes. Great flexibility displayed by Hazlett, as you talked about. Eve Levine's going to stand him up.
You know, I really disagree with these quick stand-up when these guys are working on the ground, and Hazlett has an excellent ground game off his back.
Hazlett comes forward, great combination.
I mean, he said before this fight that he wanted to punish people, and it looks like he's doing that right now.
Throwing down big rights again. There's that huge reach.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, what a monster advantage he has there.
And he's trying to get some side control, but you know what? He's happy to stand up.
Oh, he rolled into a foothold.
Looking to finish here.
That was an interesting choice. He dropped and rolled into a toe hold, and now he's on the bottom.
Good first round by Dustin Hazlett.
What he also can switch to here, if he can get it under, he can switch. There's a type of heel hook from this position. But he's taking shots now. That's you see here is the negative aspect about going for foot locks or heel hooks or any type of leg lock where you commit two arms to one leg, is that you get punched in the face. You can't really defend yourself that well. Now he's holding on to Hazlett's arm to keep him from trying to extend that foot lock, but if he can get some weight under him, he can punch Hazlett in the face while Hazlett's holding on that leg.
And back they come again.
Man, another quick stand-up. I don't like that at all.
Diego tried to come outside.
Saraiva's face is showing some marks.
No question. I think Dustin wants another straight right. And there it is.
Hazlett is a monster, man.
Dustin Hazlett delivering shot after shot
Saraiva's got this look on his face. He's got this look on his face like he can't believe he's getting punched from there. He's like, I've got my legs extended. How's this guy punching me in the face?
Now that's the advantage of making the commitment if you're Dustin Hazlett of going from 170 to 155, because now all of a sudden you are a giant of a competitor in the 155-pound division.
Yeah, I would like to see what he weighs now, what he weighs at actual competition. But he didn't look gaunt or dehydrated yesterday at 155.
And he's a young kid, Joe, like you said before. He's only 20 years old. But it's been all the Cincinnati kid, trained by George Gurgel so far here.
Solid stand-up, good leg check, and he pulls guard himself. Now, hopefully, Eve will let these guys work here.
24 seconds remains in the round.
Pulls rubber guard again. He's got mission control on the other side this time. What he's got to do here is clear the neck, get his arm on the other side of it. Okay, switches to mission control with the left leg. Now he cleared the neck. See how he clears that? This is in a position for the omoplata. If he grabs, Saraiva is recognizing that. There, he is looking to stand them up right away. That is a disturbing trend, in my opinion, the quick stand-up, because this isn't kickboxing. This is mixed martial arts. Mixed martial arts includes fighting on the ground, and when guys are on the ground, just because they're wrapped up and no punches are being thrown doesn't mean they're not fighting.
Okay, look,
they're fighting for position. They're fighting for technique. I mean, it's disturbing. It's disturbing when these guys are doing this, standing these fights up so quick.
George Gurgel.
I don't want you to do anything stupid. You feel nervous in there like far as is not even getting close to submit your ass. You see how flat he is on his feet?
Let's take a look at this. And look at this monster reach advantage. I mean, Saraiva's got his legs extended, and Hazlett is just punching right through it. Nice straight right hand there by Hazlett. Here's another look at that. That's a Tommy Hearn style right hand right there with all that length and leverage. Dustin Hazlett, very impressive in that first round.
Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Here we go, guys. Fight!
Let's see what Saraiva can do to alter the game plan here in round 2.
Saraiva's face is already looking rough.
Got to keep those hands up. He's got to look to bring it down and avoid the punishment on the way.
Good leg kick.
Saraiva with the uppercut.
Big shots by Hazlett. Saraiva's got butterfly guard, double underhooks, and what he's going to try to do here is either, if he's going to try to sweep, he's got to change one of these to an overhook. He's lifted him up with him, but he's decided to switch to full guard.
Trying to posture up here is Dustin Hazlett. And with that long reach, if he is able to posture up, he's going to throw down and throw down with authority.
Hazlett, if you're that good on your back and you have that good of a ground game, he knows what to avoid here. He knows what Saraiva's going to try to do. He's got good posture, and with that good height, it's going to be hard.
Hazlett's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt going against the black belt here. And there's that long reach on the right again. And he's happy to stand up. Dustin Hazlett, one thing he's done, Joe, he's put together combinations.
Yes, he has. He's very well-rounded. I mean, again, 20 years old. Very bright future for this young man.
George Gurgel trains a ton of students in Cincinnati. Of course, best friends with former middleweight champion Rich Franklin. And he speaks very highly of this 20-year-old Dustin Hazlett.
Good body kick right there by Hazlett. And you see the hesitation in Saraiva's face. He's not really sure how to solve this puzzle in front of him.
Hazlett, the Kentucky native, was under 100 pounds when he entered high school. His father, a coal miner in Lawrence County, Kentucky.
Get your hands off the floor. He's got to control his head to make that work.
Saraiva's got an overhook on one side. He let that go with double underhooks. You see, he's got to come up with something to either to control Hazlett or figure out a way to sweep him. Oh, very sweet.
Hazlett in total control thus far. Saraiva coming in with 9 wins, 3 losses, and a draw in his UFC debut tonight. Diego Saraiva, mixed martial arts career, earning 9 different victories.
What I was saying there before Hazlett made that beautiful pass is that Saraiva was doing nothing to control him. You know, just having those butterflies in, that's okay if a guy's agreeing to grapple with you, but in mixed martial arts, you're going to need a lot more than that to control a guy. And that is the problem with guys who develop their skill sets from one particular discipline like jiu-jitsu that doesn't include striking. And they go from that and go into mixed martial arts, and they have these bad habits of getting those butterfly guards in, but not controlling the torso, not controlling the upper body.
Now, I was thinking a second ago, he's going to have to come up a heck of a long way if he's going to catch Dustin Hazlett with an up kick. And they stand him up again.
Yeah, I mean, he might not be able to catch Dustin Hazlett, and Dustin Hazlett still might be able to punch him in the face.
Absolutely. Now, that's what Kendall Grove did for success as a big, tall fighter in his weight division when he was victorious on The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, if you
That's what Tim Sylvia does at heavyweight.
Yeah, it's a monster advantage.
But you and I have talked about it. It's one thing having that advantage. It's another thing fighting and utilizing it.
Hazlett again on his back, working the guard. He's got one arm chopped. He's got both arms. If he wants it, he can pull his leg up to mission control right here. He's got an arm pinned on the mat, especially on the right side. On Saraiva's right side. Oh,
Saraiva looking to pass for the first time.
But Hazlett, slick ground game, pulls him right back into guard. He's got one butterfly in.
Let's go, guys. Keep working.
Under a minute now, 40 seconds remains in the second of 3 5-minute rounds.
Hazlett goes back to mission control on the left side, and he's got that right arm pinned down. What he needs to do is switch to mission control on that side, or switch and clear the neck on his right-hand side. Looked like he was going to try to switch for a Kimura. Now he's passed. Saraiva's in half guard now, or excuse me, in side control.
Let's see if he can score some valuable points, and he is here with 15 seconds remaining in the second round.
And more importantly,
looking
do
for
some
full
damage.
mount.
Try to slow Hazlett down. He's got one more round going on here. Not much left in this one.
He's trying to get to the mount. Those long legs of Saraiva, or the long legs of Hazlett, don't let Saraiva get exactly where he wanted to be.
It's so great to see that show of respect afterwards. I mean, these guys are pounding on each other, elbow in the face, bell ring. They know they're going to do it again in a minute, but, you know, slap hands. Good job. Let's take a little break and go right back at it.
If you're good now, feel great. Feel great. Breathe. You're beating the shit out of him standing, Dustin. You got this fight won. The only way he can beat you is if he submits you. I want you to finish him, though. Go back to the neck. There you go. Feel better? Breathe. Look up. There you go. He's tight. Hey. Diego, did you see when you worked your jiu-jitsu, you passed his guard, a good position, you started winning. Don't sit in your guard. Pass his guard, put him on his back, put him down on his back, pass his guard. Get a dominant position.
Let's take a look at some of the action from that second round. This Hazlett character, just a giant, tall guy, and giving Saraiva massive fits. Beautiful guard pass here. But to Saraiva's credit, Saraiva recovered and got himself back to guard in that position.
Let's go,
you see
guys.
the look
Last
of
round.
frustration on a swollen face of Diego Saraiva.
Third and final round. Saraiva scored some points at the end of round number 2. But as George Gurgel talked about, Dustin Hazlett should be in control of this fight.
Yeah, George Gurgel was telling Dustin to try to keep it on his feet. He's controlling it completely on his feet. And he said his only chance of losing this fight is to get submitted. Which I agree with.
George also went on to say, let's finish it though. And those type of uppercuts might do exactly that. Pace a bit slower in round 2 than it was in round number 1.
Dustin Hazlett lands
combinations again.
Saraiva's got him, takes him down. In Hazlett's full guard.
Saraiva's eating a lot, but he continues to come forward.
And again, he pulls up for rubber guard. He's got it on the right side. Most people have rubber guard better on one side than the other, or mission control rather, and most people have it better with the left leg up. That is the way Eddie Bravo teaches it.
Don't hold the shorts.
It looks like he's trying to control Saraiva's right arm and maybe try to slap a triangle in on him if he can get that left leg out from in between Saraiva's two legs. And Saraiva's trying to pass. Hazlett lets go of the arm.
Now, when you say mission control, how much does that position neutralize your opponent's ability to advance?
It neutralizes his ability to advance, and more importantly, it neutralizes his ability to punch you. When you see this position right here, when he's got him pinned down like that, his left arm, totally useless. His right arm, basically trapped as well, especially right here where he's holding onto the wrist. He's not taking any damage. I mean, he's on his back, he's in guard, but it's not a conventional guard. It's a position where he's trapped and locked up, and he's trying to roll over and try to isolate one of those arms. It looked like he was trying to isolate the left arm. But it's a so much better position than just a traditional guard position, because you're using your leg to pin down his neck and his torso, and you're also using it to trap and lock in one of those arms. And he's trying to go for a Kimura on that left side, but he's got to isolate the legs. He's got that half guard there. He's got that Kimura on the left side, and Saraiva's trying to encourage him to release that.
Go guys, keep working, keep working.
Saraiva's going to try to keep his hand pinned onto his shorts to try to protect it. His left arm is in a little bit of jeopardy here if Hazlett can pull it out like he's done here. Now this depends on how gassed Hazlett's arms here. Now notice how Saraiva's sliding his leg through there. That's a good way to try to release that hold as well. Okay, what's that? He's got a submission locked on. He's fighting for it, and the referee's standing him up. I do not understand that.
2:10 remains in the third. The only advantage here, as Hazlett looked for that submission, as you talked about, Joe, is that he's been the better man on the feet.
He has been the better man on the feet, and he's been in the better positions on the ground, especially on his back, but been relatively uneventful, and that was about as close to a submission as we got with that Kimura.
Right, absolutely. High kick blocked, went off the shoulder of Dustin Hazlett. He's utilized the uppercuts well, and he levels Dustin or Diego Saraiva with knees. Now trying to finish the fight with 1:30 remaining. Teeing off. Saraiva doing a great job of getting those hands up and blocking.
It's really amazing the reach of this kid from that position.
Saraiva did a great job crossing the hands in front of his face and denying many of those attempts to get through and score points for Dustin Hazlett, and to try to finish the fight there.
Now notice the difference between Hazlett's guard when he went to mission control and Saraiva's guard, which is basically not controlling his torso at all. Hazlett is free to punch, he's free to move, he's free to posture up, he's free to do all these things because this is a conventional closed guard. Not only that, it's more of a jiu-jitsu style closed guard, because Hazlett at any point in time can just decide to step up and walk away. Now he can't, the legs are crossed, but I mean realistically he could posture up and just stand up and get out of here. There he is, postured up right now. Nothing is holding him in place there, nothing.
Saraiva trying to grab an arm.
Hazlett, there he goes. He can just stand up. See, Saraiva's not controlling the posture. The only thing keeping him in the position is that Hazlett was agreeing to be in the position.
I think Hazlett gassed himself out a little bit trying to finish the fight a second ago as well.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. He's taking some big, deep breaths. His mouth's wide open.
He wanted the finish.
It looks like this is going to go to a decision, and I think we're going to see Dustin Hazlett walk away with his first UFC victory. Side control, a little too late.
Final seconds of the fight, and it's over. Diego Saraiva and Dustin Hazlett. Their fight goes the distance.
Pretty impressive performance for a very promising young guy in Dustin Hazlett.
Bruce Buffer has the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27. For the winner by unanimous decision, Dustin Hazlett.
Dustin Hazlett, as expected, earns his first UFC win. Brazilian. Tonight, Lyoto Machida puts his undefeated record on the line against Sam Hoger, the Militich product and Ultimate Fighter 1 veteran. Our tail of the tape for this light heavyweight matchup brought to you by Zenergy, the ultra premium energy drink powered by science. Brazilian born and raised, Lyoto Machida is 28 years old, 2 years the elder of the American Sam Hoger. Hoger is 2 inches taller and enjoys a 2.5-inch reach advantage.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Big John McCarthy.
John McCarthy, our referee, as we are set for this battle at 205 pounds.
All right, here we go. Are you ready? You ready?
Hoger against Machida. Unorthodox with his striking is Machida. Hoger looking for a couple of kicks early.
Machida ties him up.
Hoger has that look of someone who wants to bring it.
He has the look of a guy who enjoys fighting.
Yep.
I think Sam Hoger's having a good time with his life right now.
As much as he was controversial, to say the least, on The Ultimate Fighter, he does, when you see him, weeks as we do, of a fight, walk around with a smile on his face all the time.
Oh, good body kick by Machida. And good avoiding the takedown there as well.
Hoger the one trying to step forward here. Good inside leg kick. High kick, nothing there.
You hear Tim Sylvia yelling out, throw your hands first. He got blocked there. Took a big left hand.
Absolutely. Went to the ground. Machida trying to finish Hoger.
Sam's committing to a leg to get a hold of it. There he goes. He's got the left.
Good recovery by Sam Hoger.
Good takedown defense.
And he's still got the smile on his face. Now Hoger takes down Machida.
He caught the kick and got him down. Machida's in half guard. Machida looking to stand up. Hoger's trying to take his back. Machida turns it on him. Now Machida's on top and Hoger's half guard.
Machida spun through neatly. Hoger pulling down on the backside of his opponent.
Hoger's going for a Kimura there on Machida's left arm.
Hoger got rocked by that left of Lyoto Machida. Tim Sylvia, Spencer Fisher, both in the corner of their Militich teammate Sam Hoger. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Machida wants it back up. Hoger will go chasing. Right foot forward for Machida.
Machida has an interesting counter-striking style. He's moving away from Hoger. Just looking for his good opportunities to land strikes like that nice left hand that dropped Hoger earlier.
Machida appeared.
There it is again.
Caught him again with the big left, but Hoger answers this time.
I don't know why Hoger's touching his face. That left hand earlier hurt pretty badly.
He's got a knot right now.
That is the left hand that knocked out Rich Franklin.
And he caught him again.
Man. Hoger's got to be careful.
Well, he sees something. Hoger's coming in, dropping those hands. And it's as Machida just waiting for that opportunity, Joe. Not once, not twice, but 3 times he's delivered in the same spot. And a big takedown by Machida.
Machida falls into side control. Sam's trying to roll out of it. He scrambles and gets half guard. Good job by Hoger.
Good first round by the UFC newcomer, Lyoto Machida.
Giving him advice there, saying do not punch, keep moving. Get your hips moving. Machida's going for Kimura on Hoger's left hand. Machida gets the side control. I can't tell.
1 minute remains in the round. Still caught in that half guard, Joe. Now he's got it, and he's up.
Machida's very fast.
Extremely explosive, and great transitions. And and appears to be extremely relaxed here.
So far, it's all been going his way. An excellent first round debut by Lyoto Machida.
Don't touch it.
Good takedown as well, very nice. And transitions to mount. Slipped out of it, Hoger explodes out of it.
He tried to throw the left on the way spinning around as well and just missed.
Don't need the head.
Hoger, a black belt in karate, taking on the Karate Kid, Lyoto Machida.
See that right there.
What a great first round by the Brazilian.
Very, very impressive. Let's take a look at some of the action from that first round. Now here's this left hand that he's been timing all night. Boom! Hoger throws a lazy jab, and Machida comes over the top with that left hand. Now he does it with a right kick. Same thing. And here's another one. Bang, again on the right kick. Machida just pot-shotting with that left hand.
You have to listen to us. You're not listening to us, okay? You have to throw your cross, hook, cross, okay? If you throw that, you're gonna hit him with it. Every time you throw your kick first, he counters you, okay? Every time you throw your jab, he counters you. You can't do that. Não, o tempo tá bom, pô. Gritamos o tempo, gritamos. Gritamos. Pega a cadeira. Tá?
You agree with what Tim Sylvia was talking about, Joe?
I would never disagree with Tim Sylvia. I think that's excellent advice for everyone, except maybe Randy Couture.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find out in a month.
And really, you never disagreed with Randy Couture ever.
Exactly. I remain neutral.
Nicely done.
You ready? Let's get it on. Come on.
Here we go.
All right.
All Machida in round one.
Let's see if Sam Hoger can figure out a way to switch it up.
Wants some jabs, wants some combinations with the hands, because every time Hoger kicked, he was hit with that big left.
That is true, but the first left, the one that hurt him the most, was actually off of a jab. Good right hands on the bottom by Machida.
Great continuous pace by Machida, Joe.
Yeah, he's in excellent shape. And like we said before, this guy has a lot of international experience. He's fought some top-tier guys. How crazy is BJ Penn deciding to fight him?
I mean, that's just BJ Penn.
Yeah, I mean, Machida's a ripped 205. He's in very good shape, and BJ's ripped at 155.
Mm-hmm.
That's a crazy Hawaiian there.
We've met a few crazy Hawaiians over the years.
For sure. Hoger looks like he's trying to spin for a Kimura on Machida's right side. Machida wants no part of that. Machida lands a nice elbow.
Hoger wants to get this fight into a position of control for himself because he has not had it there at all.
Yeah, he's had no positions where he's done well so far. He's pulling rubber guard here. He's trying to go to mission control himself, but it doesn't look like he's got the flexibility for it.
And he is an extremely flexible man. For as big as Sam Hoger is, that's one of the benefits that he carries athletically. He's extremely flexible.
The rubber guard position is a weird type of flexibility that a lot of people don't have, and it's in the hips. Not necessarily like high kick flexibility like in the hamstrings, but it's in the hips and the groin. Good body kick by Machida.
Hoger on the way up.
Hoger takes some shots getting up.
Machida, every time Hoger comes in, is punishing him. Every single time.
It's all Machida so far.
Yeah, very methodical, very accurate, and very relaxed is Lyoto Machida.
Yeah, he's in control of this fight thus far. And he switches to an orthodox position.
Absolutely. And now back to the left leg. And the right leg forward.
And then Tim Sylvia telling Sam to not switch makes him go back to orthodox.
Caught him with the left. Inside leg kick.
Hoger's looking a little sloppy now. He might be tired from some of those punches and the exchanges. Oh, leg kicks.
Chopping him down with the leg kicks. First inside, then outside.
Oh,
shaking the hand like Sugar Ray and knocking down the leg.
And he's doing it by spinning that hand around and getting them to think that he's going to throw that punch. And then smack, lands that kick. He did it again.
Now, the minute he starts leaning towards blocking that kick, he's going to throw the punch.
And Hoger commits to punches, and Machida's like, nope, I'm going to get out of there. Very interesting style. Nice.
He is just delivering time after time after time on the outside of the lead leg of Sam Hoger. That's the combination.
He's got a very intelligent style because he's moving away from any damage to himself, but then he's also committing to attacking.
And again,
another beautiful leg kick and some nice knees. Sam Hoger might be in trouble.
And a lot of time remains here in round number 2, Joe. Tons of time. 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Hoger's taking some punches here. And Machida, if he wants to, can just stand up and get out of there. And this is the first time in his career where he's able to use some elbows on the ground. He's been fighting most of his fights in Japan, except for the fight in the WFA. He's passed.
Machida's absolutely spectacular in his UFC debut.
Yeah, Sam Hoger is getting outclassed in this fight, which is very impressive considering how well Sam Hoger has done with guys like Rashad Evans, Stephan Bonner. He's taking some shots here.
Sam Hoger's a great bar that if you can attain a level higher than that bar, you're a pretty darn good fighter, and you are well deserving to be in the UFC.
Good leg lock defense by Machida as well.
Sam Hoger, 6-2 in his career, impressive wins throughout. And as you said, all the way in the fight against Stephan Bonner, all the way in the fight against Rashad Evans.
Yeah, he's never really been dominated by like this before in the UFC, except perhaps by the Forrest Griffin. When he fought Forrest Griffin, that was he was stopped in that fight.
The one on the Ultimate Fighter 1 show. Back at the training center. Something needs to change. What will it be?
Let's take a look at some of the beautiful leg kicks by Lyoto Machida. Bang! Just really crumpling Sam Hoger there. Let's hear that in real time. Just slap. And actually, the louder the kick, oftentimes it means that it's actually having less impact because the shin is what you really want to hit with. And when the shin hits the meat, it's a much duller sound. The slap that you hear is off of the instep that's colliding with the thigh meat. It's not, it hurts for sure. It was very powerful and effective, but it's actually not as powerful or effective as the shots that don't make as much noise, like the Pedro Hizzo leg kicks.
Last round, you ready? You ready? Let's get it on, come on.
Well, last chance for Sam Hoger to try to turn this baby around.
Yeah, Sam's got to figure out something here.
He is in a deep deficit on the judges' scorecards right now.
He's on a shaky left leg as well. Oh, head kick. He's locking his legs as he stands, and what that means to me is that his legs are wobbly from those leg kicks.
And that just nullifies your explosiveness as well.
Absolutely. And you see as he commits, Machida just slips right out of the way.
And he's been doing that all night.
He slips out of the way, but yet he's always in a position to attack himself. Like
Superman
right
punch.
I mean, he's not making it boring. He's not moving away and not attacking himself. Again with the leg kick.
And it's as if he has no fear of the counter now, Machida. Well, he's just going to throw what he wants to throw.
Yeah, I think he knows that Hoger's weakened, and I think he's also aware of what Hoger's capable of striking with his hands, and I don't think he feels any danger. Take away that base, and it's amazing how much you nullify a fighter's ability to attack you.
Hoger's just trying to do something, just trying to stay in this for pride more than anything else.
Yeah, he looks very frustrated.
Oh, there's another
smash
and a knee. Machida teeing up on Hoger again, but Hoger's still standing.
And again, Machida, bang, left hand, right hand, ties him up, and I look for him to spin off that cage and try to get away.
Machida just expressionless.
Wow. Hoger tried to sweep him and wound up on his back. He's in half guard here.
3 minutes, 5 seconds remains in the third and final round. Sam Hoger from The Ultimate Fighter 1 being dominated by Lyoto Machida, 26-year-old. Started training karate at age 3.
He's using the instep to press down. Sam Hoger gets the legs back in a good position, but he's not doing anything here.
Watch the back of the head, Sam.
Look at the welt on the left leg of Sam Hoger from those kicks. That is nasty.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, Sam Hoger's gotta feel the desperation here. A little over 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and so far he's shown no signs of being able to mount an offense on Lyoto Machida.
Oh, caught him in the same spot.
Sam tries to get him to get a hold of his legs, and Lyoto just slips away. He's really getting outclassed, which, as we said, is very impressive considering the opponent's. Oh, good right hand by Hoger. Right when we're saying that.
And he bloodied up Machida. Bloodied up the nose of Machida.
Turning side kick to the body.
He just flows so softly. With so much confidence. It's as if Joey's seen everything coming seconds before it actually is thrown.
He's just another level above Sam Hoger, that's for sure. He's on top, he has passed and mounted. And there's time left, 1 minute and 12 seconds.
You know he'd like to finish. Takes a look at the clock, yep.
See here, Tim Silva saying hands on his hips and get out, and he listens. He's got one butterfly in, he's trying to sweep.
30 seconds down, Sam.
30 seconds down, Tim Sylvia's yelling out to him. Machida passes. Again, very nice pass. Like how he pushed his foot off there. Put a knee across the belly.
And now he's got full mount.
Very nice. Machida is excellent.
And he locks it.
Good job by Sam Hoger, though. Sam Hoger's got some good mount defense.
Able to get it back into half guard real quickly. But it's not going to matter in the ultimate outcome, at least for tonight. Because Lyoto Machida is going to walk away with his first win here in the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question here. There should be a
dominant victory tonight for Lyoto Machida.
Very impressive, Lyoto Machida.
Let's find out if that is indeed the decision, a unanimous decision for Machida. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Lyoto Machida.
As expected, it's Machida by unanimous decision. Lightweight Tyson Griffin is short, explosive, and an excellent wrestler who debuted successfully in the UFC. Tonight, he welcomes the answer, Frankie Edgar from Jersey, to the octagon. Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Zenergy, the ultra premium energy drink powered by science. A battle of lightweights, 22-year-old Tyson Griffin against 25-year-old Frankie the Answer Edgar. Edgar making his UFC debut. Everything is virtually identical. Twist my knee, if you will. Break it if you have to, but I will not tap, and I will earn the decision. Edgar survives the submission attempt and earns his first UFC win. El Conquistador Jorge Rivera is determined and driven to win and to be a role model for young Puerto Ricans. His opponent, Terry Martin, survived the streets and now trains with the Pitbull, Andre Arlovsky. Our tale of the tape tape is brought to you by Synergy, the ultra premium energy drink powered by Zions. 34-year-old Mark Delagrati trained Jorge Rivera, 8 years the elder of Terry Martin from the Windy City.
When the action begins, our referee in charge is Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee. Middleweight matchup between Jorge Rivera.
You ready to fight?
And Terry Martin.
Come on, let's do it.
Terry Martin loves
good leg kick by
good
Jorge.
old-fashioned brawl. High kick.
And he's going to get one from Jorge Rivera. Good punches by Terry Martin.
And it's all over.
Oh, Jorge Rivera.
All over.
Badly
was out.
Badly hurt.
Wow.
Right away, Terry Martin throws some bombs. Man, I'll tell you what, that was very shocking. Jorge Rivera's got a great chin. Terry Martin, this is his first fight at 185 pounds. He's been fighting at 205, and I think this is a much better weight class for him. And man, 14 seconds to beat a guy like Jorge Rivera? That was very, very impressive.
One of the fastest finishes in UFC history.
Let's take a look at that again. Jorge throws the kick. Terry takes it, catches it. Watch this. Bang! On the temple. Eats it. Jorge's in deep, deep trouble right here. Deep trouble already. And then Terry finishes off with more shots afterwards. But that one shot put him on Queer Street. Bang, bang. Those two, and that's it.
He was out.
Herb Dean is an excellent referee because he recognized that. He saw it in Jorge's eyes. It was not a premature stoppage whatsoever.
And there was no argument by Jorge Rivera. Great job done by Herb Dean. Better job done by the victor, Terry Martin. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 14 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by knockout, Terry Martin.
Terry Martin in 14 seconds. So we are sold out here at the Mandalay Bay Event Center as the comebacks continue. For Ultimate Fighter 4 vets, Scott Smith and Patrick Cote. Smith swung for the fences and delivered. Cote fell short in the finals. Tonight, one man takes a big step up. Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Synergy, the ultra premium energy drink powered by Zions. The American Scott Smith, 1 year older than the French-Canadian Patrick the Predator Cote. Everything else is virtually identical.
When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Yves Lavigne.
So Yves Lavigne are
ready, sir. Fight!
Cote and Smith.
Nice leg kick by Cote.
Cote with the Team Sit-Yo-Tong on his left leg, doing some training with Mark Delagrati and the boys in Boston.
Another leg kick by Cote.
Those are Team Sit-Yo-Tong kicks right there. Delagrati, of course, was part of the Ultimate Fighter 4 as one of the coaches. Both these men were on the Ultimate Fighter 4, the comeback.
Good body shot by Cote. Scott Smith looking for his openings, covers up, moves away. Again with the leg kick.
Yeah, Cote really trying to utilize the leg kick.
Yeah, the Muay Thai training seems to be, he seems to have adjusted his fighting style a little bit. We've seen him throw a lot more leg kicks in this fight already.
Smith comes forward and finishes with a high left kick.
A couple shots by Cote, and he's got a clinch.
Both these men are willing to bring it either on the feet or on the ground.
Oh, big right hand by Scott Smith.
Great job done.
Cote smiles.
Yeah, gives him a little wink.
But that's usually a sign that it hurt.
Well, as Cote was looking to release, Smith got the right hand in. Good leg kicks by Cote early. Let's see if he continues to go after him.
Good leg kick by Scott Smith and a left hand hook counter. The tie up against the cage. Nice elbow by Scott Smith.
And Cote clinches and tries to answer with a knee. So now they close the distance with 2:15 remaining in the first of 3 5-minute rounds. Interesting that Scott Smith compared Cote's skill set to that of Pete Sell. Pete Drago Sell, who he defeated with that great finish.
Big mistake.
And down he goes.
Smith went for a knee. Cote capitalized, caught the knee and slammed him. Now Cote's on top. Now Scott Smith is not known for having a very good ground game.
And Cote can ground and pound. But
Good job.
Smith is back up.
Very nice job by Smith. Caught that single, spun around, got back to the top. Now he's got Cote against the cage.
And Joe, these are always interesting matchups when you have two men who spent 6 weeks together in the Ultimate Fighter house and trained together at times and ate together and talked about family and friends. And then all of a sudden you're in the octagon and you know that that man stands between you and the betterment of your career for your family.
Yeah, that's unusual, and also the fact that they train together, they get to understand and time each other's style. You know, I do believe that Cote has changed his style a little bit. It seems to me that he's added a little bit more of a traditional Muay Thai style. He's throwing a few more leg kicks than I'm usually seeing him doing. But they do get to know how each other moves. They get comfortable with that movement.
Under a minute now remains.
Good body kick by Cote. Cote really stormed onto the scene with that fight with Tito Ortiz. He knocked down Tito. He was competitive throughout, and you know, Tito's known for his ground and pound, and especially against a guy who's a natural 185-pounder, wasn't able to put Cote away. So a lot of people thought, you know, wow, this kid is going to be something, especially when he fights at his natural weight class. But he just has never seemed to have really found the success that everybody thought he was going to have. He had Joe Dirksen in a ton of trouble in that fight. Hurt him very badly, but wound up losing to a rear naked choke. And it hurt Joe Dirksen so badly that when I talked to Joe after the fight, he couldn't remember how he won. I had to explain to him.
Well, and you know what? On the show, he was very impressive against Jorge Rivera and Edwin Deweese. Got himself into the finals against Travis Lutter and was subbed out pretty quickly by the armbar.
He's a solid fighter.
No
he's
question.
just got some holes in his game.
He's got to deliver, though, tonight.
He's still learning, 26 years old. Let's take a look at some of the action from this round. Now, here's where Scott Smith goes for the knee, makes a big mistake, and just handed him the takedown. Let's take a look at that again. Cote got a gift takedown, slams him, but you know what? Scott Smith did a real good job of getting back to his feet pretty quickly and kind of neutralized the situation.
Second round between Cote and Smith. Cote in the blue trunks, Smith in the black trunks.
Scott Smith always has such an intense look in his eyes. You can tell that's a guy that's just ready for battle and used to knocking people out. He's looking to explode with that one shot. And that's such a huge advantage, having that one-shot power. Nice leg kick there by Cote.
You can be behind in a fight and all of a sudden finish it, as he was against Pete Sell. Cote's got that knockout power as well, though.
Yes, he does. I disagree when Scott Smith compared the two guys, because he said that he thought that Cote was less dangerous. I think Cote is equally dangerous on his feet, but definitely less dangerous on the ground. Pete Sell has a much better ground game than Patrick Cote.
Well, no question.
But standing up, Patrick Cote is he's a handful.
And that's where the majority of this fight has taken place thus far.
Yeah, and that's where that's where Scott Smith wants to fight. I mean, Scott Smith, you're not going to see him shooting for a double. He's the type of guy that's looking for a stand-up war and looking to win by knockout.
3:40 now remains in the second round.
Cote struggling here for the takedown. Scott Smith doing a good job avoiding it.
And Scott Smith is one of those guys, Joe, who's just, he's a great guy, but he's kind of nondescript. You don't hear him saying a whole lot, as you said. Look in his eyes is usually one that's kind of like, whatever, no big deal. But he brings it and he comes to fight. He's 12-2 in his mixed martial arts career.
Well, he's a down-to-earth, mellow guy. He's, he's not boisterous, or he's not the kind of guy who's going to step in and brag, but he brings it. He brings it when he fights. Very unfortunate his octagon debut against David Terrell. He was in a weird situation where the referee called stop, and Dave Terrell jumped on his back. And, whoa, took a right hand. He's in trouble. He's in trouble.
And Cote sees it.
Cote smiling at him.
Well, smile if you will, but why not pounce upon him?
Oh, I don't understand this at all. I don't understand why Cote let him off the hook.
Yeah, for sure.
He was wobbly for sure. Maybe he was thinking about Pete Sell. There's still a lot of time left in that fight. He's still hurt a little bit.
And there's no question. He's still blinking. Look in his eyes. But if you're Patrick Cote and you're a predator, jump all over that.
Yeah, I'm very confused of what happened with Patrick Cote here. It could be Patrick Cote might have hurt his hand with that shot. I mean, who knows?
Do not prolong anything that needs to go any longer than it has to here in this world of mixed martial arts. When you wound, finish.
That sounds like a kung fu movie.
It is indeed. I got it. Yes, last night I rented it. Getting prepared for this evening.
Crouching Tiger, hitting Goldberg.
That's what I'm talking about. They break away.
Nice leg kick on the transition.
With a thunderous leg kick by Cote. Since Smith was rocked, his pace has slowed down drastically.
Well, he's very cautious, and I don't know if he's really recovered. He took that shot to the temple, and that's the kind of damage that does a lot to your equilibrium. Cote looking very confident here, though.
Absolutely.
And he's got to be careful because Scott Smith, you get confident with Scott Smith, you wake up with the doctor's flashlight in your eyes.
Yeah, like Pete Sell did. And Pete Sell got confident. He thought he had Smith out. He came with his hands down, looking to chase the win, and walked out defeated. See if Cote utilizes the leg kicks that were effective in round number one. Smith coming forward. Smith tried to duck under, look for the uppercut. Smith looking to throw the elbow at short range. 10 seconds remains in the round number two. UFC 67, all or nothing. We will head to the third and final round.
Let's take a look at the replay. This is the big right hand that hurt Scott Smith very badly. You see it caught him on the temple. You see his legs give out. I do not understand why Patrick Cote didn't jump on him here. Here you see his legs go. Patrick looked at him, then got crazy, made some faces at him, and nothing happened.
Patrick, be smart.
Third and final round.
Let's go, guys. Last round. Fight!
All right, here they go.
Maybe that minute in between rounds helps Smith clear his head a little bit.
Well, I would like to know what Mark Delagrate said to Patrick Cote in between rounds. And what, good right hand again by Cote, and Smith's coming on with some right hands.
Exactly.
Smith's taking advantage here.
Smith all of a sudden powering and coming out well in round number three.
Smith has fully recovered here for sure. Interesting to see Smith trying to take him down. Smith's got a hold of Cote's leg. Cote doing a good job of keeping that shin on the outside, try to avoid the takedown.
Well, that early flurry here in round 3 is the exact reason that you and I talked about, that when you wound someone, you've got to jump in and try to finish the fight. Now, all of a sudden, Cote's got to worry about Smith. He's got to worry about the judges' scorecards.
Face me. Fight.
He needs to try to finish and keep no doubt out of anyone's minds that he is the winner tonight. He's given Smith another comeback chance, ironically. Cote trying to bounce around a little bit. Goad his opponent. There's that leg kick that worked well in round 1. Smith won't show anything.
He's just looking for the openings.
Yep. Smith swung for the fences. Cote got him again. Smith really came with that left hook.
Yeah, he's so explosive with his punches. Just throws everything behind him.
Looking for the hook again, Joe.
Looks like Cote's going to pick up the pace now. See him pressing forward.
Less than 3 minutes remaining in the fight.
Inside leg kick.
Body shot. And now there's the hunger that we talked about from Cote.
And when Smith tries to counter, he pulls away.
Good body shot by Patrick Cote. Didn't buckle him like Pete Sell. And now it is Scott Smith pressing forward. Back and forth here in round number 3.
Hold the cage.
Scott's going for the takedown here. He's got Patrick's left leg. He's pulling it out from under him. Good job by Cote of standing up, getting out of that.
Let's go, guys. Keep working.
Closely contested contest here to begin our night.
Step back. Come on. Let it go. Let it go. Face me. Fight.
Minute 45 to go.
See if Scott Smith swings for the fences one more time. Oh, just ducked under.
Oh, good body kick.
Yep, good defense by Cote. Now he's in trouble. Smith delivered it right.
That right hand connected hard.
120 remains. Smith trying to clinch up here. Looking to take Cote down. Two men not concerned at all about exchanging here tonight.
Well, I certainly think Cote is taking the more cautious approach. But he's also landed the most strikes.
Come on.
Good elbow inside by Cote. He's very concerned about Smith's strikes. You can see him doing a real good job of defending himself and tying up. He's got a lock on Smith's legs, but Smith's got some good takedown defense here. Forces him up. Good shots by Cote, and then immediately clinches to avoid the counter.
Final 10 seconds of our first fight of the night.
Over the top by Smith.
And this one's going to go to the judges' scorecards. Cote believes his arm will be raised in victory. We will soon find out. Eddie Bravo's with us tonight. Eddie, your thoughts?
This is a very, very close fight, but I got Patrick Cote winning all 3 rounds. First round, I got him winning with he landed 4 good leg kicks. He got a takedown, a little bit of ground and pound. The second round, he won. I gave it to him because he landed a big right hand. That's the one that rocked Scott Smith. And the last round, it looked like Scott Smith was going to come back early in the round. He started the round with 2 big right hands and had him had Pat Cote against the fence, but Patrick Cote turned it around and ended up, I gave him the last round as well, 30-27, Patrick Cote.
Here's where Patrick Cote was in trouble. Scott Smith landed some good shots there. And here's Cote turning it on Scott Smith. Good body shot there. And a good combination then avoiding Scott Smith's counter. There's another good right hand by Cote.
Yep, clip the chin there. Tito Ortiz. Tito and Jenna in the house tonight. Tito looking sharp. Tito Ortiz coming off the loss to the Iceman Chuck Liddell. What a brilliant night that was here in Las Vegas. The judges have rendered their decision, and here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Patrick the Predator Cote.
He has finally gotten his first official win in the Octagon. Rampage is ready to rock the Octagon for the very first time as he is set to take on Marvin the Beastman Eastman. Our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight matchup brought to you by Zenergy, the ultra premium energy drink powered by Zions. 28-year-old Rampage Jackson, 9 years younger than Marvin the Beastman Eastman. And although Rampage is 6'1", Eastman only 5'9", the reach advantage for Rampage is only 2 inches.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Big John McCarthy.
Step up here. Marvin, step over here. All right, gentlemen, I gave you your touches inside the dressing room. Any questions from you, Marvin? Any questions from you, Quentin? Fight clean, fight hard, fight fair. Step back, touch gloves, let's go.
Wow!
I like how they both cocked their faces sideways like they were going to make out.
Yeah, we saw that happen before. Pre-fight, it didn't work out very well. Here we go! For the first time ever, Rampage is set to dance in the Octagon.
Here we go.
Eastman is going to come out with a fury. This is truly the biggest opportunity of Marvin Eastman's fighting career.
He's had his shots.
Yep, he has. He's fought Vitor Belfort. He got opened up by Vitor. But tonight, as you said, with all the hype around Rampage and the UFC continuously growing, Eastman can make a statement. Rampage wants to get by this first one, win another, win another. All of a sudden, look at a title shot, put a belt around his waist. Plain and simple.
For a long time, Rampage was struggling to find good people to train with. He was training with a lot of amateurs, but now he's training out of Legends. He's also training down in Irvine. He's got some great guys to work out with. Chris Riley's his new Muay Thai trainer, and he's in a better place now, working out with Jeremy Williams, former pro boxer, who's now turned to MMA. He's in a better place now as far as training partners, and it is the perfect time for him to be in this better place, coming into the Mixed Martial Arts Super Bowl of the UFC.
Clinch, some knees being utilized by both fighters. The best of the best, John McCarthy, our referee for this matchup. Oh, that one caught him.
Good knee inside.
UFC 67 features Rampage, Krokop, and Anderson Silva.
Good elbow there by Marvin Eastman.
All right, break them up.
Let's go.
Push them apart. Here we go again.
I see deep breaths coming from Quentin Jackson, and that could be a big adrenaline dump from all the nerves. This is a big event for him. Or it could be that he just wants to take some deep breaths. We'll find out.
And a lot of fighters have talked about that, Joe. In fact, they talked about it on inside the UFC a couple of weeks ago, that you've got to control your breathing early on because your emotions take over and you can gas yourself without really even gassing yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a huge event for Quinton. He's been fighting in Japan against, top flight competitors for sure, but, who's seen him over there? I mean, he hasn't been in front of his friends, he hasn't been in front of his family, and here he is now in the United States. His parents can watch, all his friends can watch on television. It's a different experience for him, and it's such a monstrous financial opportunity now.
Eastman is confident.
Eastman has so much less pressure on him. I mean, to come in as the underdog like that, and to be a very skilled guy, and a skilled guy who has a victory already over Rampage Jackson.
As Rampage will tell you, though, that was 30 fights ago. He was just a kid trying to learn a new game.
Watch your hands, watch your hands. Close the hands up, Marvin. Don't push off like that.
Tried to come around with the left. That's a slip. As you mentioned, great long-time friendship between Rampage and Tito Ortiz.
Good leg kick by Rampage.
Rampage may start to feel it a little bit here. Eastman came back with the counter. Got control. Now there's a clinch.
Rampage attempted to throw there. Eastman is a very good wrestler. Difficult guy to take down, and he is a fire plug. Powerful guy.
I mean, how do you get one of those limbs and try to break him? Very compact.
Stop right there. Let's go.
And here we go again with plenty of time, Joe. 35 seconds remaining in round one. That last combination, that last exchange was the best of the first round from Quinton Jackson. Now it's Eastman who wants to press the action. It's almost as if Rampage starting to find his legs now.
Good left hook.
Caught him with the hook.
Eastman got rocked there.
Looked to finish with the uppercut.
Good knee.
Eastman got out of the way. Eastman delivering in the clinch.
A good uppercut by Quinton.
Watch your head.
Oh, wow.
Good right hand.
Uppercut again. And a good finish to round number one. The Iceman Chuck Liddell, our light heavyweight champion, in attendance here tonight at the Mandalay Bay Event Center.
Chuck Liddell, I'm sure, rooting for Quinton Rampage Jackson there. That's a big payday for Chuck.
Breathe for me. Breathe. Relax. You got him hurt. Stay off that damn cage, and when you got him against it, underhook him and leave. You know what I'm saying? It's all there for you. Everything's there for you.
He's scared, dog. He's scared.
You took his heart away right now. You get me? Look at me. You took his heart away. Now you take it, come in with tempo, come in, bing, bing. Everything's there for you. All right?
Let's take a look at some of the action from that first round. Marvin Eastman comes in with the elbow, misses it, bang, gets caught with the left hook by Quinton Jackson. You see his knees give out for him?
Yeah. Let's go, baby. Watch them uppercuts, Marvin. Watch your posture, baby.
Good finish to the round for Quinton. Marvin was very wobbly when he walked back to his corner. But he has had over a minute to recover.
You ready? You ready? Let's get it on. Come on.
Second round.
Both doing good. Keep it working.
Jackson has made a statement. And now Quinton trying to pick up the pace a little bit. Quinton Rampage Jackson in the UFC for the first time here tonight. 25 wins in his mixed martial arts career. Ducks under. The Marvin Eastman punch.
Good knee by Quinton, a good right hook to the body in the clinch.
Rampage stays busy, doesn't he, Joe?
Yes, he does.
Trying to work a clinch. Uppercut missed. Eastman looking for an answer.
Here we go.
Quinton laid on his feet still. Rampage Rampage had the best exchange in round 1. Looks to lead with that left again here in round 2.
Good. I like the inside elbow by Marvin Eastman there. Taking advantage of those short limbs in a tight spot.
Eastman ducks under. Eastman is a veteran.
This program is a presentation of the Ultimate Fighting Championship in Zuffa LLC. Any use in whole or in part without the express written consent of Zuffa LLC is expressly prohibited.
So far, this has been primarily a stand-up battle. Good body shot by Quinton.
2:30 remains. We're at the midway point of this fight, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Oh, Eastman.
Right hook by Quinton.
Eastman tried to switch it up a little bit there, throw the elbow.
At the very least, Quinton is showing, Marvin Eastman is showing that he is a formidable opponent. Quinton is world class, and Marvin Eastman is hanging in there with him.
Rampage might have taken an inadvertent finger in the eye because he kind of looked at John McCarthy, then winked his right eye. But he seems like he's worked through it.
Yeah, he's taken a couple of those so far.
Yeah. He kind of looked at John like, what's going on here?
He's got the Muay Thai clinch. Eastman powers out of it.
And Rampage not only wants to win tonight, he wants to explode upon Marvin Eastman and make a huge statement. There's that elbow again.
Yeah, he's very nice with that elbow. I like how he's doing that. He gets in and he capitalizes on the fact that when he gets close, Rampage isn't really moving that much. And Rampage knows that it's not punching range, so he comes over the top of that elbow.
Trying to go with a knee and then an uppercut. But Eastman is hanging right in here in this round until now.
Big uppercut.
Now Eastman goes down, and it is all over. Quinton Rampage Jackson knocks out Marvin Eastman.
Wow, that's it. Put an exclamation mark on it.
Hey, what?
It was those uppercuts inside that hurt him.
Is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 49 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by knockout, Quinton Rampage Jackson!
And there he is, the natural Randy Couture. He will join us in the broadcast booth for Mirko Cro Cop's UFC debut later tonight. Randy has been training diligently to take on a man he truly admires and respects in our heavyweight champion, Tim the Maniac Silva. Moving ahead, Roger Huerta redefines Survivor. His survival of the streets of Mexico and San Antonio provide him with an incredible inner strength as he welcomes UFC newcomer John Halverson. Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Zenergy, the ultra premium energy drink powered by Zions. Huerta is 23, Halverson over a decade older at 34 years old. Everything else is virtually identical.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Yves Lavigne.
Yves Lavigne, our referee. A lightweight showdown here tonight. Natalie Sonoma says, let's get it going. Is that what she said?
Ready,
She did.
sir?
She said it's first
Ready?
round. Here's the kiss. That means let's start it. And here we go, Joe.
Good kick by Halverson. Goes down. Huerta on top. Good scramble. Knee to the head while he was on the ground. He was warned by that.
Wow.
Unfortunately, he took it and he's in big trouble.
Going to be over quickly.
That's going to be it.
It is all over. Roger Huerta.
You know,
oh my!
What's unfortunate though, it is the illegal knee that caused that damage. damage. I would like to see that replay really quick. What happened was he went down, Huerta hit him with a knee. He was warned, but he immediately took Halverson's back, pounded him out, and that's unfortunate. It was an illegal shot that caused the damage. Let's take a look at the replay here. Yeah, Halverson was hurt bad with that knee. Here it is. Halverson throws the kick, Huerta takes him down. There's a scramble, here's the knee. Bang! Right there in the face. He flattens out. He's hurt badly right away. This is all, I mean, he's taking a lot of unnecessary punishment here. Let's take a second look at it. He throws the kick. Boom. He gets taken down. Huerta goes to pass. There's the knee right to the face. He's immediately out. I mean, he's badly hurt right there already. I'm kind of surprised Yves Lavigne didn't stop it sooner. He's just taking punches in his head right here. I mean, I guess he was waiting for Halverson to recover, but Halverson was obviously badly hurt from that. That is very controversial.
And Halverson is visibly frustrated. Can't knee a downed opponent in the head. And Joe Silva is now speaking to John Halverson. Here's Bruce Bumper.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Lavigne has called a stop to this contest at 19 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Roger El Matador Huerta.
So it goes as a win, controversial as such. In only 19 seconds, here's Joe.
All right, Roger, congratulations on your victory. Second victory in the UFC. Now, it looked like you hit him with a knee while he was down. The referee warned you about it, and that seems to be the blow that caused all the damage.
Honestly, I didn't hit him in the head. I hit him right in the shoulder, so I knew it was a body shot.
Well, let's take a look at the Mickey's replay and see if we can see what happened here. Talk us through this.
There he goes.
He throws the kick. Here's the knee coming up after the scramble.
I mean, here, I throw the knee right here, but if you see, it's all shoulder. So if he wants to pretend like he's playing possum, then, I mean, that's not my fault. You know, other than that, everybody that's ever seen me fight knows that I come in here and I bring everything I got. I fight with a lot of heart. So, you know, y para todos los latinos que están allá afuera, aquí estoy peleando por ustedes. A un verdadero latino que está aquí. ¿Está bueno?
All right, well, it did look like it hit him in the shoulder in the replay. Either way, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you again under a less controversial situation.
Thank you very much, Joe.
Roger Huerta, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of Crow Cop fans in the house tonight. They love the fact that he is going to fight in the United States of America inside the world-famous octagon. The Croatian cop, Mirko Crow Cop, is set to fight Eddie Sanchez in the heavyweight division here at UFC 67. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight matchup brought to you by Zenergy, the ultra premium energy drink powered by science. The 32-year-old Croatian, 8 years the elder of the American Eddie Sanchez. Both are 6'2". There is no definitive reach advantage.
When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Steve Mazzagatti.
All right, gentlemen, you know the rules. We all expect a good, clean, fair fight. Need to obey my commands, protect yourself at all times, and come out ready to fight. Hook 'em up. Good luck.
Good time to come back as a heavyweight, Randy.
I think it is.
That smells sarcasm.
Eddie Sanchez set to take on Mirko Crow Cop.
All right, here we go. Bring it on.
This is exciting.
Look for the thunderous left kick of Mirko Crow Cop.
There's that straight left.
Hand.
Pinpoint accuracy that Crow Cop exhibits.
Sanchez is just going to go and start swinging, it appears. He's just going to swing and hope something hits.
How composed is this guy? How composed is Crow Cop? I mean, just amazing.
Just waiting for the target to be split second. Waiting for the target to give him that split second to deliver the knockout punch.
He took that shot to the body. There's another left kick.
Those kicks are just as dangerous as any in the sport.
Straight left. That one hurt him.
This one may not last very long. He's wobbled Sanchez here in the first minute.
Yeah, Sanchez is in trouble already.
Look at the look in the eyes of Crow Cop.
Sanchez's head is straight up in the air and his hands are down.
Especially his left hand.
He's keeping his right up a little higher than he usually does.
Needs to.
Protects him from that left kick to the head, but
that doesn't stop him. Those ribs.
He opens up that body shot. You're exactly right,
Yeah,
Joe.
that's the thing too, Randy. You got to keep that. You got to keep the hand up, but you got to keep those elbows tight.
Crow Cop is literally walking him down here, just walking towards him. Oh, straight
Another straight left. I think Sanchez really needs to straighten that right hand. He's looping them, and they're not landing at all. He needs to come right down the pipe with that straight right.
High kick. At the very least, he needs to relax. He needs to relax and find his rhythm because he just looks totally uncomposed here.
Oh, that was a good left hand by Sanchez there. Got him in the forehead.
Crow Cop unfazed.
In those exchanges, those wild exchanges, that's where he's got his best chance.
It's always the unorthodox one that comes from where you don't expect it to come that catches you and you don't see it. And you wake up going, what the heck just happened?
So far, the fight has lasted longer than some people thought it would.
He's wobbly. Look at Crow Cop.
He's starting to cut off the ring now instead of following the way he has been.
I mean, he's just swinging now, Eddie Sanchez.
And no thoughts of a takedown by either man.
Yeah, which is a tremendous mistake on Eddie Sanchez's part, in my opinion.
Yeah, how fast can you say double leg
kick?
Yeah, exactly. Crow Cop just walking.
Ouch!
And a huge right leg. Just walking towards his opponent.
He's setting that right leg kick up again.
Nice job of framing Sanchez out, not letting himself get trapped against the fence. Mirko Crow Cop did a nice job there. I'm wondering if Crow Cop is surprised at this point.
Oh,
this guy's still
I'll tell you
standing
what,
there after a few
he's
of those.
definitely taking some.
I wonder if he is as well.
And give credit to Eddie Sanchez. He takes the fight. He's taken a ton of punishment here in round number one. He's continued to try to shock the MMA world, but it does not look good. He's being hunted down.
This is such an odd pattern in this fight. It's a circular fight along the edges of the octagon.
You see if Miracle pulls out the guillotine.
He might try to finish it with a choke.
He has submitted guys before. He submitted Kevin Randleman with a guillotine.
Got side control. 1:15 remains.
Mount.
Trouble. Big trouble here for Eddie Sanchez.
Eddie Sanchez has got to get out of there.
Where do you go from here?
Got to get off of his flat back for sure. Get to one hip. Try and post on a knee. He's going to get hit any way you look at it. So it's how long do you prolong it?
He's doing a good job of covering up, though.
What a job done by Eddie Sanchez.
Americana. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get a key lock or Americana on the right arm. Eddie Sanchez might just make it out of this first round.
That would be a heck of an accomplishment, Joe. He's got 30 more seconds to try to survive. It's over. It is all over. Mirko Crow Cop has won his UFC debut. Sanchez had absolutely no answers.
Well, you know what? At least he's going to go home and be able to sleep and not have to go to the hospital.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 33 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by TKO, Mirko Crow Cop.
Mirko Crow Cop. And we are now set for our main event of the evening. It was initially a championship fight. It is still the fight that everybody wants to see. As the Spider, Anderson Silva, is set to fight Travis Lutter. Tonight's title fight, which was to be a title fight, instead it's just a middleweight matchup scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It is still an opportunity for Lutter to make a statement. And there's even more pressure on Travis Lutter after what happened yesterday. Silva! Head kick. Oh, God. Lehman's right. And Lehman goes down. The debut of Anderson Silva lasts less than 1 minute.
This is a different kind of struggle.
Rich is rocked here.
Rich is in trouble here.
Down goes Franklin. Anderson Silva is the new middleweight champion.
Na verdade, eu acho que tanto eu quanto
I didn't expect the fight to go that fast. I definitely believe that it was one of those fights like a chess game. Whoever would make the wrong move at the wrong time would lose.
Good Muay Thai clinch by Anderson Silva.
não tem como explicar.
I've been doing this for 15 years. Every day, 6 hours a day, we work on clinch and Muay Thai.
Of course, I don't want to end up in that Thai clinch. That looks like a pretty bad place to be.
Travis, congratulations. You get a shot at Anderson Silva.
I'm going to try to take your head off.
Big shot by Travis Lutter. One punch knockout.
I think I can put him on his butt.
He's got the clinch. He's got a hold of him. This is exactly what he wanted. He's got him down.
I think he's an amazing stand-up fighter. But if I put him on his butt, that doesn't do him a damn bit of good.
Primeiro trabalho.
First of all, he's going to have to get me to the ground. And once he gets me to the ground, we're going to see if he's going to be able to finish me.
The biggest mistake Anderson Silva could do against me is to take me lightly.
Eu acho que
I think
vocês
you can
podem
expect a good fight. Travis is a great competitor, very good at jiu-jitsu. I guess you'll be able to see his jiu-jitsu against my jiu-jitsu.
He knows that I'm dangerous and that I'm probably the best guy he's ever faced on the ground. And if I can take him there, then he's in trouble.
I think this fight's going to be a difficult fight for both of us, but I think it's more difficult for him.
It's just the clash of styles. Somebody is going to win. Either I'm going to take his arm home with me or a choke, or he's going to knock me out.
Exactly how Travis Lutter feels right now, Randy.
Absolutely. The look on his face said it all right there. He's very disappointed that he's missing this opportunity. He absolutely has to win this fight to even get a title shot.
Well, you know, he looked so bad yesterday. I'm just glad to see him not looking like a chemo patient. You know, when he was on the scale for the second time, I watched both of his weigh-ins. And the second time, man, I mean, he was shuffling to the scale like a man, you know, minutes from death. He rehydrated since then. It looks like he's put on at least 20 pounds. And I just don't know how you compete. I mean, Randy, what is the most amount that you've ever cut before a big fight?
18 pounds before, not before a fight, before a big wrestling match. I never made the mistake in a fight that Travis made here, and I don't know that I'd ever want to feel that lack of energy. You just feel dead. You feel heavy. You got no zip in anything. And the last place I want to be is in a fight when you feel that way.
And it's also more dangerous in combat sports and in fighting sports because of the fact that your brain is not completely rehydrated.
It's very, very difficult for your body to rehydrate properly from that kind of a weight and water deficit. And that will most definitely affect Travis's performance here tonight.
Well, you know, that being said, if Travis can get Anderson on the ground, Travis does have a great style. He is a great jiu-jitsu guy. He's got an awesome top game, fantastic arm bars, and he's had some great success over guys with similar styles to Anderson Silva, including Anderson's former teammate Pele.
And if he does so, he can turn one of the worst days of his life into one that will easily be forgotten. striker in the UFC's middleweight division.
He is such a smooth character. I mean, such a beautiful technical striker, and such a relaxed guy. His whole approach to it. When I talked to Ed Soares, his translator, the guy who owns Sinister, before this all started, when he first started fighting the UFC, he's coming to the octagon, but the day up, he's like videotaping things, giggling, making jokes, making a little fake kung fu film on his videos. I mean, he's just a playful kid. He's the guy, he loves being with his family, loves playing with his kids, and look at his face. That's not a nervous guy on the way to his kid.
It's hard to push his kid on the swing right now. I mean, he's just very, very relaxed, very composed.
And that relaxed, composed attitude allows him to compete at 100% of his potential, which is a scary potential. I mean, he's got beautiful technical striking. His Muay Thai is just, as good as we've ever seen in the octagon. Better than we've ever seen in the octagon.
His ground game is not bad either. He's very long. He uses his long legs and arms very well. He's got nice triangle chokes. I mean, he's very, very good on the ground.
He's a black belt. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu by the Nogueira brothers, which is, no small task.
That being said, his grappling skills do though still pale in comparison to Travis Lutter.
Make no mistake about it. Title defense or not, he's still got a fight on his hands tonight.
Absolutely.
And you know what? There's a big difference between the average Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and a Travis Lutter. Travis Lutter is a world-class black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion.
Like Joe Silva said to me yesterday, he said, you know what, Mike? A lot of guys are professional basketball players, but very few are Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan-esque in his grappling skills is Travis Lutter.
No, he's not.
He's not that good?
No, he's not that good.
Okay. Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, Marcelo Garcia is more like Michael Jordan.
Kobe Bryant, then maybe?
No, he's not that good. I don't know any other basketball player. I really don't. Larry Bird, is he still alive? There are a few. I mean, he's a very solid Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, world class, but not at the very top level.
At the end of the night, that belt, regardless of the outcome, will leave with Anderson Silva. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening, brought to you by Zenergy, the ultra premium energy drink powered by Zions. 31-year-old Brazilian Silva, 2 years younger than the kid from South Dakota, now fighting out of Fort Worth, Texas, the serial killer, Travis Lutter. For the official introductions of this, our main event of the evening, once again, we welcome in Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this UFC bout is brought to you by Zenergy, the ultra premium drink powered by Zions, and Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Toyo Tires, driven to perform. And now, live from the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, it's time for the main event of the evening. 3 rounds of fighting in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter who holds a professional record of 12 wins with 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 186 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Fort Worth, Texas, Travis, the serial killer, Lutter. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu fighter who holds a professional record of 17 wins with 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil, the reigning UFC middleweight champion, Anderson the Spider Silva. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Herb Dean.
Travis. All right, gentlemen, this is the main event. We've gone over your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions at all times. When I tell you to come out ready to fight. Touch gloves.
Well, Try not to read too much of the eyes of Travis Lutter.
He's sweating now.
Yeah, he is. Here we go, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. The Round Mountain Rebound. Charles Barkley in the house tonight.
You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Let's do it.
And here we go. Our main event of the evening. Silva's going to try to light him up quickly and avoid being taken down by Travis Lutter.
I think you're going to see him use punches at first.
Will he avoid kicks early, Randy, for fear of the takedown?
He may. He's got such a good, quick, low kick that he may try it. And Travis has a little more of a wrestler stance. He's got a little more weight on that front foot than a traditional kickboxing stance, where he put about 60% of the weight on the back foot. So he may get away with some of those low kicks early. But looks to be feeling him out now, just kind of measuring him, trying to figure out the distance.
And Spider won the title by defeating Rich Franklin. He also was very, very impressive in his win in his UFC debut against Chris Lieben. Different type of fighter in Travis Lutter that Silva faces tonight.
Whoa, that didn't look good.
Very, very poor setup shot from the outside. Travis has got to at least engage in that middle range if he thinks he's going to make the transition against an athlete like Anderson Silva.
Well, knees are instinctive.
Randy, is that indicative of how weakened Travis is?
I'm not sure if it's the weakened state from cutting the weight and spending an extra 2 hours in the sauna yesterday and still not sweating off the 2 pounds that he was over. Or, you know, I can't imagine that his game plan was... I think he's surprised that Anderson's not coming after him more.
High kick by Silva. Silva's knees, as I started to say earlier, Joe and Randy, are very instinctive. So,
Flying knee.
Flying knees at that time.
He took it, he's got him down. And he's on top.
So Lutter took one, and now Travis Lutter's going to work on top.
Did you script that? I mean, that couldn't have been any more perfect.
I wish I could take more credit for it.
You know what? And that is exactly what happened when he fought Anderson's former teammate in Pele. He took a big knee, got Pele down, passed his guard, mounted him, and took an arm. What Anderson likes to do from the bottom, he likes to do a body triangle from the bottom because he's got such long legs. He likes to control guys by doing that. There he goes.
There's the body triangle. He's got long legs. You're gonna find a lot of guys that can do this from the bottom.
Yeah, it's very difficult. But it's hard, and it's really hard to breathe, especially if you're in a weakened state, like I'm sure Travis is in.
And that'll be something to keep an eye on too, Joe, to see how long his cardio lasts. If indeed it is affected, Randy.
That knee didn't miss by much. Travis, you know, a grazing shot, but boy, that was dang near right on the button.
Travis has got to be careful that they don't stand him up here. He's got to take advantage of the situation. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of quick stand-ups.
Can opener, trying to open that guard up. There's standing in the guard now.
He's got to pass. No! Oh!
Silva does a nice job of kicking it away.
Oh, that slow takedown.
He got
nice low single.
And he's able to take him down.
Low single, snatched that low single and followed through. Was not going to let him back out on range. Nice job by Travis Lutter right there.
I bet Travis Lutter right now is wishing that he had not had to cut this much weight. He was in better shape right now.
He had plenty of time to prepare for this. He knew he was at a title fight. I just don't understand how he let that happen. He's a very smart guy. Had a great time. He's got a great sense of humor during the course of the show.
And he worked hard, and they put up with a lot on that show, too, as you well know, Randy.
Going for it. Now Anderson kicks him off. He's got to stay on him. Travis is
up kicks.
Yeah, you got to watch the up kicks with the Spider and those long legs.
One thing about Travis, he takes a great shot. Yep. He's a tough guy. And then right back to that guard again, though. Anderson's doing a real good job of keeping him in the guard.
2 of the 4 losses in the career of Anderson Silva have been by submission. 11 of his 17 victories have been by knockout.
Let's work, come on.
Non-title fight tonight.
There's a climbing again. Travis countering very well. There's the pass.
This is where it gets exciting.
1 minute remains in round 1. And remember, this fight is 3 5-minute rounds.
Lutter made an adjustment. He knew he was going to bring his legs in and try and kick him away, and he passed right at that moment.
Now Anderson's got Lutter's right arm trapped in between his legs. Lutter's got to get his right arm out. He did it.
Trying to get him out.
But he got stuck in half guard now. He's looking like he's going for a Kimura on that side.
Now he's mounted.
Oh,
he baited him. I think he baited him from that half guard.
Absolutely right. Punches.
Lutter looking to beat Anderson Silva. Lutter looking to finish Silva out of the first round. And Silva reverses.
Lets him sweep out.
Very bad armbar attempt. Oh, Travis Lutter's got to be such a good fighter. I mean, his armbars are usually so much cleaner than that.
Had him where he wanted him, mounted.
He certainly did. Everyone was on their feet.
Travis is going to make him stand up here. Herb Dean's going to end of the round.
My goodness.
Very, very interesting first round. It's got to be confidence-inspiring in Travis Lutter, but at the same time, it's got to make him feel very disappointed that he lost that position from that sloppy armbar. Let's take a look at that again. Now here's Travis. This is the end. This is where he lost it. Travis is on top. He's landed some bombs here. I mean, he could have easily stopped Anderson Silva here. He's landed some punches. Anderson's stopping him with his hands a little bit, but some of them are getting through. Now here, he goes for this arm. Now that is sloppy. For a guy as good as Travis Lutter to get kicked off and bucked away like that is indicative of how weakened and what a weakened state he's in right now.
When we talk about the weakened state physically, I've got to imagine mentally, as Mark Telegrati talks to Travis Lutter, he's all over the world right now.
Like I said in the open, there's nobody in this stadium more dejected and disappointed than Travis Lutter is to lose and lose the opportunity to win this belt.
Lutter still is a competitor.
Ready.
And a massively talented one at that.
Well, one thing about Lutter, he is a calm guy, and he's the type of guy that can handle this horrible situation of adversity.
Nice double leg, drives through.
Down again.
Butterfly guard, now full guard.
Main event here at UFC 67. Travis Lutter in the white trunks. Anderson Silva, the middleweight champion, in the black and yellow trunks.
Nice up kick, triangle choke. Triangle choke.
Can he get Lutter? Looking to choke out Lutter.
This is crazy.
He's got it in nice and deep.
He does have it in nice and deep.
Has the legs all whipped around his opponent.
He's trying to push that elbow aside to get it even tighter, but that's a locked-in triangle. Travis Lutter has been here a million times. Notice how he's put his hand on his ear? What that does is create a little bit of space between his shoulder and his neck and allows him to breathe. As long as he keeps his hand
to his head.
Yes, as long as he keeps his hand on his head, he's going to be okay.
So we're going to pull down on the back of the head, looking for more leverage.
Travis has been in this situation so many times that he can just relax and stay calm, whereas a lot of people would get tapped here. Oh, that's so tight, though.
Silva looking to submit Travis Lutter here in round 2.
He set this up with a nice up kick. Travis had to come back down into and fell right into the triangle choke.
And Travis is going to try to pass to the left side. As soon as this gets light, as soon as it loosens up, he's going to try to move to Anderson Silva's right and pass to his left.
And it has loosened up, Joe.
A little bit, but it's still tucked under the knee. Watch him try to pass. See? He's going to
now he's going to tighten it again.
But this is straining Anderson Silva's legs. To squeeze down on a guy like that for all this time, they can get you out.
The elbow.
There's the tap.
Top of the head.
There's the tap.
No. Wait. It is all over.
Travis tapped.
Travis Lutter tapped, and Anderson Silva is victorious.
Wow.
He stayed in that tight triangle for a dang long time.
It looks like it was the elbows that made him tap. Yeah, that was it. It was the elbows. Submitted with strikes from the bottom. He couldn't get him with the triangle, finished him off with those elbows. Let's take a look at the end of the fight. He's got it locked in here. He's throwing some punches. Bang, it's the elbows. That's what forced the tap. It looked like he was almost ready to tap before that.
Now, what about those elbows? They look okay to you, Joe? I mean, the point of the elbow coming down on the top of the head.
Is that illegal?
Well, they are skipping off the side.
To the crown it is, but Randy, I just pointed to you as we watched the replay. They came across. They were
arcing across his body.
What is
a
the
weird
difference
angle.
if it's a cross? I mean, it's the same weapon, right?
Yeah, but it's from the ceiling up and down that is illegal. And those are arcing parallel to the floor. I think they're okay.
Why is that illegal? If you're hitting it with the exact same object, does that make sense to you? Or is that just
arcing
one of those
across, it skips off, coming straight up and down. It's pointed, it lands right on the top of the head. I really don't understand the difference, but yeah.
But it is the rule.
To answer your question, yes. It's one of those things.
If a Hall of Famer, two-time world champion doesn't understand it.
Anderson Silva. Well, we knew he was always going to remain
Ladies
the
and
champion.
gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 11 seconds of the second round due to a tap out, due to a triangle choke, and the winner is Anderson the Spider Silva.
So the Spider leaves no doubt here tonight. He defeats Travis Lutter. Here is Joe.
All right, I'm here with the champion, and still champion, even though this was a non-title event. First of all, I want to know, how disappointed was Anderson that Travis didn't make the weight, and how satisfied is he that he won by submission?
Como você estava chateado que não valeu pro cinturão, mas como você está satisfeito finalizando ele?
Pra mim valeu, o cinturão tá aqui, ó. Quem quiser tomar, só vem, bater o peso e cair dentro.
Whatever he said, I'm sure it's good.
Yeah. Well, he basically said it to me. It was worth the belt. It didn't matter. And if you want the belt, here it is. Whoever.
All right, take a look at the Mickey's replay and talk us through the submission victory.
Fala para nós aqui, explica aqui a situação aí.
Travis é um excelente lutador, mas eu nunca costumo menosprezar nenhum atleta. Meu jiu-jitsu é tão bom quanto em qualquer lutador que tá aqui. Valeu, meu otário! Valeu, meu doutor! Palavra é nossa, irmão!
Hey, he said, you know what? I'm a stand-up fighter, but my jiu-jitsu skills can match up with anyone in this weight class. Obviously, you can see by what I just did to Travis Lutter.
All right, well, congratulations to him. Unfortunately, we're sad that this wasn't a title bout, but he is still the champion, and we look forward to seeing him again. Anderson Silva, ladies and gentlemen.
So we close the gates of the Octagon here tonight in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, as it truly was a night for all or nothing. The executive producers of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, Frank Fertitta III, Lorenzo Fertitta, and UFC President Dana White. Our supervising producer is Craig Borsari. Coordinating producer Tim O'Toole. Great job done in the truck tonight by our producer Bruce Connell and our director Anthony Pasquale Giordano. Alan Connell helps put it all together, and Joe Silva has the greatest fighters in the world performing here in the Octagon. Rampage was hooting and hollering, and he did not disappoint. Nor did that young man, Roger Huerta. Roger Huerta is a true factor in the 155-pound division. A winner quickly here tonight. Eddie Sanchez said, hey, it's a dream shot. It's a chance to shock the world. But it wasn't going to happen tonight because Crow Cop demolished Eddie Sanchez and got the first one in the UFC under his, perhaps, future championship belt. Jam-packed and sold out for what was I guess, an emotional main event of the evening. Emotional in the fact that Lutter missed weight and Silva was angered. Silva threw the knee, Silva threw the kick, and in the end, Anderson Silva won by submission. For Joe Rogan, Mike Goldberg saying so long until next time. We see you right back here inside the Octagon.
We are arriving with the fighters, so I would appreciate if you could bring the keys out to the front desk. We're just pulling in now.
I received an invitation, a call from UFC, and I decided to accept because it was a big challenge for me. And since I have so many fights in Japan, I wanted to change the place of fighting and the ring. This is octagon or cage and something new. That's what I needed actually.
Obviously, Cro Cop's one of the biggest names in the sport, and for us to finally lock him up and get him over here, it's a big deal for us. And I think a lot of the American fans who follow the sport of mixed martial arts are pumped up too to finally see Mirko fight. A lot of people never got the opportunity. I have. I've seen him fight a couple times in Japan, and it's impressive to watch him live.
Look till you get out there, broke like Mike Tyson now. Damn.
Open your mouth.
I opened my mouth. I just broke like Jamie Foxx.
He has to be in his room at 9 o'clock. And I want him to visualize the cage tonight, right? When he goes to sleep tonight, that's all he's thinking about, is that damn cage.
Me being in the UFC means a lot, you know, me fighting in front of the American public, and you know, I like the UFC. I've been a fan of the UFC for a while, ever since they got on free TV. Other organizations can't even offer, you know, what the UFC offers, so it means a lot.
I love Rampage. Personally and professionally, he's an awesome guy, and I'm very excited to have him here finally. He's known for his wrestling and powerful slams, but he'll go toe-to-toe with anybody. He's got huge balls and goes out there to fight and win, and he goes in there to finish people. That's what I like about him, too. It doesn't matter if somebody's a better striker than him, he'll go toe-to-toe and bang with anybody.
To be honest with you, I think it's a lot of pressure for me on my debut in the UFC. I think it's a lot of pressure, you know, not only to win, but to win excitingly, you know. So I don't only want to win, I want to win like people like, damn, who's this guy? So it's a lot of pressure on me, but I perform well under pressure.
That's it. Good momentum. Good. 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 That's it. Now create it. Good. Good. Don't wait for him to counter in the middle. Time.
You know what? Can we take a little of that off?
Yeah, what is saying?
It's saying 250.
Oh, hell no. You know that's wrong.
We're at 209, baby.
That's nothing. Yeah, we're good.
I don't have nothing to lose. I got everything to gain. I'm the low man on the totem pole, so, but I'm not, just because I'm the person that everybody looks to be defeated, don't mean that I'm gonna come in with that attitude, man. I'm about to come in here and put it down.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
You know, one of us gonna have to get our hands raised that night, and for me, I claimed this victory a month ago.
Nobody can fight for you but yourself, you know? So I don't really care what nobody got to say, you know? As long as I'm clear up here, right here, I'm good, you know? So.
There you go, baby.
Okay, bro, thank you. Yeah, I'll let them talk the best way. You know how you stop somebody from talking? Can't talk no more.
I know what the opportunities are, what a win, but I ain't really thinking about that, you know? I mean, every opponent that I've had in the UFC has been top-notch. Not one person that they've ever offered me has been somebody who's a pushover.
I'm ready to rock and roll, baby.
Man, I want to see your grill.
You gonna see it?
Very rarely I think about the belt. You know, I do want to be, you know, the best fighter in the world. Notice I scratch my neck when I lie. No, I don't think about the belt. Nah, you know, I think about the belt every now and then, but I got to get past Marvin, you know. I think the fact that Marvin Eastman beat me 6.5 years ago don't even matter no more, because I just want to go and just, you know, pay him back. Marvin is a worthy opponent. I'm not looking past him to fight anybody else. Honestly, I'm tired of people bringing up Chuck, you know what I'm saying? You know, I said up Chuck. That's what I want to do. I want to up Chuck every time somebody bring up Chuck. You know, it makes me want to up Chuck. It's crazy, man. I don't even think about Chuck. Who cares? You know, I beat him, but I'm looking forward to getting back people who beat me.
My manager called me. Your opponent was Mirko Cro Cop. You want to take the fight? And you know, I was basically said, "Bear in the forest." Of course, I want to take the fight. You know, being one of my idols, you know, and also having, you know, wanting to be the best. You have to fight the best and test your skills against the best. And you know, at this point in my career, my MMA career, I mean, people can see it as a huge jump. And I know it is realistically. I know it is. And but when am I get this chance again? All the pressure's on Crow Cop. Him coming from Pride, you know, they're paying him the millions of dollars to step in and fight in the U.S. You know, his first time in a cage fighting in front of a live audience like that, and pay-per-view and everything.
Deep breath out. Come on. There we go. Come on.
We were definitely ready for what Mirko has. I've been working with Jeff Clark, who has 20+ years of kickboxing. You know, it doesn't weigh as much as Mirko, but I'll tell you one thing, he hits just as hard and kicks just as hard as Mirko. My body's peaking out perfectly. I'm feeling really relaxed, and come Saturday, it's gonna be fireworks.
Big breath. Relax. Hands up. One smile. Beautiful. Everything looks good. You have everything it takes. You just gotta stick to it and execute.
Eddie Sanchez has a puncher's chance. He's a big guy. He used to be a pitcher. He's got a vicious right hand. And you know what? Mirko Cro Cop's been knocked out before. Eddie Sanchez has all the ingredients to upset Mirko Cro Cop. The problem is Mirko Cro Cop is such an unbelievable striker. He's so devastating. He's so technical the way he moves, and he's so fast and explosive that there's a reason why it's 10-1 odds.
First one in line.
I won't underestimate not just Sanchez, but anyone who enters the cage. But I believe he's good enough to defend himself and to show guts, and I will do my best like always. This is a great and big new challenge for me. That's most important thing in my life, challenge. This is a new market for me. I'm a new face here. I believe that UFC fans heard about me, watched some of my fights too, and I'm sure that I'm going to have many fans here.
Christy, how you doing, good? That's one of my homegirls right there.
Yeah.
I had to do a show in Jersey, and she took me to New York. Man, it was off the chain. And we was hungry. My cousin, one of my cousins lived out that way, and he got one of his homeboys got an apartment right across the street from Popeye's Chicken. That was the only thing that opened at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then somebody spilled some drink on me, and everybody ran out of there. It was like you watching one of those cowboy movies. They was in the saloon. Everybody just took off.
It was your breath.
Yeah.
I told him 2 days.
Got him.
I told you I was gonna get it. I told him.
You never said wide open.
Wide open.
I wish you would leave your mouth wide open. Hey, when my dad got here, I had hair. He started talking it all. You know what I'm saying? He done burned my hair off my head. Talking about my breath. I got the best breath in MMA.
Just a couple basic things, you know. He shoots that long jab, you gotta stuff it. Stuff the jab, come back with your jab.
Pop that back at him.
Right back at him. The 4s and the 2s, you're coming over, stepping back, coming over. There you go, that's it right there. The freeze and go. Freeze and go. Well, yep.
When you take a loss, you have to go back and reevaluate yourself. And you have to ask yourself, is this what you want to do? And there's some people that are too big, and the ego gets put in, that they won't go back and revisit what got them there in the first place. And for me, I had to go reevaluate myself and reevaluate my personal life and say, look, do I want to do this? You know, after I lost to Vitor, man, I thought about retiring like right there and then, just because it was so devastating.
Time, shake it out, man. Let's glove up.
You go back and you reevaluate yourself and you say, do I want to do this? You know, and I went back from when you make 5 digits and you have to go back to taking $1,000 for this fight and that fight. You know what I'm saying? It's humbling. It'll tell you whether or not you want to be in this game or not. And for me, to get $1,000 when you've been getting $10,000 and $20,000 a fight, you know, it's like, damn, you know, do I really want to do this? Hell yeah, because I love the game.
Freeze me, 3-2.
And I'm tired of being the poster boy for the UFC's knockouts and having people call me every week. Oh man, I seen you on TV. I know the only 2 times you see me on TV is losing. You know, I want to erase that because, you know, you can get knocked out 100 times, but you know, the people, what they remember is your last fight. You know, when you go out, all they remember is your last fight.
Yeah. Like, that's your knockout punch right there. Everything you put into that shot.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, that should bring his hands down, huh?
They should bring more than his hands down. If you land it right.
Man, this is a nice carpet, man. They go all the way out. I'm gonna roll this up, throw it in the back of the truck, and steal it. Come on, let's go take a picture in front of the monster truck. Yeah. Hey, let's crank this baby up, man. That's right.
I'm learning how to drive my monster truck. I love that. Now I want to keep the seats like that. I don't want to take the seats out.
Yeah, no.
I want to have, so I can,
Exactly.
I got a lot of friends.
Yeah, roll everyone around.
So we hang out like a limo. You guys just don't know. This man, that dream come true.
Yeah, this thing pops.
A black man with a monster truck.
Bringing Curl Cup over, it's really blown things up for the UFC. I mean, they're so favored for the knockout, and that's what Curl Cup does best. I mean, you've seen his previous fights. He's a knockout artist, and that's UFC fans feed off that.
People don't expect me to fight on the ground. Plus, stand-up fighting is most attractive, much more attractive than fighting on the ground, and I will deliver people and the audience and fans what they expect to get. That's a KO.
He fights the way that people want to see. If you envision it, if you've watched Bloodsport and you go, this is what a real martial arts champion would fight like, that's what Mirko Cro Cop fights like. The kicks, the punches, you know, he's got a great look. He's very dynamic, just a great athlete. So I think that UFC fans will be very impressed with Mirko Cro Cop.
Hey, I told my manager, I said, hey, I want to go train with Cro Cop one day, you know, go to Croatia and learn to train. Then somebody said, you want to train Cro Cop? Like, yeah, they showed me a footage. Cro Cop was training with somebody, beat him up, then they come back shooting, bah, 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 bah. I said, no, I'm not going to train Cro Cop.
This is my first fight in the cage. I never fought before. The rules are a little bit softer here in the UFC. There is no knee to the head, there is no sucker kick allowed, and so many things are not allowed that are allowed on Pride.
As far as the rules and stuff, there's ways of working within it. You know, and like if you don't have a cage back where you're training, a cage. He's got a big adjustment. He is not sure about the rules because he hasn't fought under them. He's been fighting in Japan under Pride rules. They are different. There are things that he's allowed to do there that he can't do here. There's things that he's allowed to do here that he couldn't do there. So you might see, you know, in the fight, Mirko's going to do something that it could get a point taken from him because he is going to be used to fighting under a different set of rules.
Pushing away with my legs is legal.
Legal, totally legal. Okay.
High kick is legal.
That is absolutely legal.
Thanks.
Next up, in the light heavyweight division, in the blue corner, Marvin Beastman Eastman. 203 from Marvin Eastman. And his opponent, in the red corner, Rampage Jackson.
Take your time now, son. Take your time.
205 for Rampage.
Get him one. Hey, flex for me, son. Flex for me.
Marvin Eastman and Rampage Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, in the heavyweight division, in the blue corner, Eddie the Manic Hispanic Sanchez. 229 for Eddie Sanchez. And his opponent in the red corner, from Croatia.
is my first time fighting in Vegas. So the routine is quite new to me. You know, you get the pre-fight jitters and everything. You know, I got the good nerves. I've heard so much, you know, I kind of want to squash the hype already. It's getting ridiculous. You know, knock out or be knocked out. I'm going to give him a fight, though. This isn't going to be a stepping stone for him to get that title. Silva, he's thinking about Silva. I mean, he better not be thinking about Silva or Couture. And I'm not scared of Crow Cop. You know, I'm going to come in there ready to fight.
Eddie Sanchez is a good fighter with outlaws, and he showed the guts and courage to accept this fight, and I respect him. I will do my best in the fight.
Room service.
My objective is to win this fight regardless of what obstacles. I already had all the obstacles I can have, and ain't nothing gonna deter me from what my objective is tonight.
I'm ready to make some money, man. Get paid. That's what I do. This is my payday.
Big crowds don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Coming to the UFC the first time, I know it's my debut, it's a lot of pressure, but really, in all reality, it don't bother me. I don't care how many millions of people are watching on TV, and none of them go fight for me, you know? So it's a lot of pressure only because the pressure is, you know, I have to win in order to make the big money. Some people win it just for the money. Of course you want the money, but you know what? If they was only paying me 50 cents, I love what I'm doing, you know, but when you just get the money and now, you know, okay, now you can say, well, I don't have to perform anymore. It's a lot of people like that. A lot of people in NFL and play like, okay, I got the money now, I don't have to perform no more. Oh, hell no. And if I hung up my fighting gloves tomorrow, guess what? I still would go train Muay Thai, and I still train boxing, I still train Jiu-Jitsu every day because you know what? It is my second job. It is part of me. I'm an athlete. And as an athlete, I love to be competitive.
You belong here. Remember that. Go out there and fight like you do. All right? Good luck.
Thank you.
See you guys.
The plan and the angles and the movement are all done in training. It's too late now to ever change it. You know, if it's not there, it's not going to be there. So now it's just the mindset. It's just making sure he goes out there believing what, you know, our plan is going to work, and having the confidence to commit to it.
Fear and doubt is something that every person has, but you have to go and you have to look to something else to give you your confidence, to reassure yourself that what you're doing is what your calling is, or you have to be sure about this. And for me, I look to God, I read my Bible, and I do all those things because you do have doubt. Whether it's a guy that I beat 100 times or not, you always gonna have those jitters and all that other kind of stuff. So when I turn around and face my opponent, it's on. When I'm in the ring and I'm in the cage, I'm the beastman, and I just try to bring the heat. I'm the weirdest guy, you know, and fight day, I just wake up and, you know, eat breakfast, and, you know, I do a lot of praying, you know what I'm saying? I just isolate myself from a lot of people. I just kick it with my trainers, my teammates, and try to eat good, and I probably take a nap a little bit before the fight, make a few jokes in the locker room and stuff like that, and hang out. Then 5 minutes before the fight, you know, when I start howling, that's when Rampage comes. I don't know what the hell happens to after the fight.
I can finish the game on the ground too, but basically I like to avoid groundwork. I watched a few of his fights. He's a good fighter, but I don't think he can surprise me.
Eddie Sanchez, nothing special. Strong guy, big guy, that's it.
He is a world-class striker, and he's fought world-class guys who've been knocked out. And, you know, I'm far from world-class, but it's an MMA fight, and anything can happen in this game.
I don't think I've been as nervous for a fight.
Quentin, what I think he's great at is that he's just a savage. He's relentless in the ring. He does whatever he got to do to win. Is he great at any one thing? I don't think he's great at any one thing, but he's good at everything. I think Marvin's strength is that he has like fast kicks. You know what I'm saying? He bounces around, you know. Probably got a lot of explosive power, and he's a wrestler that
at kickboxers. Now that's like the hardest people, sometimes. So if it gets too hairy on the feet, it'd be hard to take them down. And if it gets too hairy, for him, he could probably, take you down.
Yes, sir. A lot of times, I'm in there, I might be smiling or something like that. It's because, I remember a passage or something in God, or I'm getting something back from God, and He's reassuring me that I don't have no doubt.
Let's go, baby, let's go, let's go!
I bring excitement to this fight. I'm not going to give up. Marvin is going to have to hurt me and knock me out, or referee's going to have to stop the fight for me to give up. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how tired I am, I'm going to give 120% of me, whatever I got. So I think I bring that to the table. I might not be able to pick Marvin up and slam him because, he's a good wrestler and stuff like that, but hopefully I'll be victorious at the end of the night.
Oh, there you go. Nice move. Good job. Watch that uppercut. That's what he's looking for. Eastman goes down. And it is over. Quentin Rampage Jackson knocks out Marvin Eastman.
I'm in the UFC now. I got my first fight out the way.
Big money.
It's on.
Big money.
It's on. Y'all ready for me? Are y'all ready for me? Who's ready? Who's next?
If you're gonna lose to somebody, you might as well lose to a world champion. Somebody that's at the top of the food chain. So I'm just disappointed in myself. He caught me in the clinch and threw an uppercut, man. It caught me, man. And that's the game. Got to go back to the drawing board and shoot for the stars. And that's what I'm gonna do. So.
Yeah, baby. Holla for me, baby.
I'm done.
Good job, baby.
I feel good now. I'm mad at the fans for booing me. You know what I'm saying? The hell wrong with y'all? Don't boo me. I'm setting my stuff up. Don't boo me. What's next with me? I'm going back. I'm taking a week off. Start back training, baby. Running, doing my things, eating right, staying sexy. You know what I'm saying? I'm sexy and I'm black. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got to do the thing.
Mirko is a top flight guy he's deadly with his hands and his feet as far as his punches and kicks are top notch. He's a top notch K1 fighter.
He has strong and hard kicks. The thing is, he's not a presser. He's not an aggressor. I would say his definite weakness is, as we've seen, his chin. He has a suspect chin. It's not. He doesn't have the strongest head. He got knocked out by a wrestler. In Randleman. Randleman, not taking away from Randleman, he's a good fighter as well, but I tell you this, I'll hit a lot harder than Randleman.
All right.
Well, when it's time to walk out, the only thing I'm thinking is this dream came true. I'm facing one of my idols, I watched this guy fight growing up, and I'm here, standing in front of him, I have a chance to knock him out, I'm gonna go after him, I'm all heart this fight, I'm gonna throw everything I have in this fight. I'm going in for the knockout, I'm going in for the kill.
Right leg puts it to hospital and left leg puts it to the cemetery. It was joking. I don't want to hurt anyone, for real. But fight is fight, and I will do my best to win.
All right, here we go. Bring it on.
This is exciting.
Walk the fence. Walk the fence. Walk the fence, Eddie. Use the fence, Eddie. It's over. It is all over. Mirko Cro has won his UFC debut. Sanchez had absolutely no answers.
First loss of my MMA career. A little disappointed the way it played out. No excuses. I wasn't expecting to be as strong as he was in the mount. Very strong mount, very complete fighter. A lot of people think he's just a world-class kickboxer and that's it. His ground is pretty good. Other than that, Mirko's a good fighter. Once again, very disappointing. Next time, you're gonna see another great performance and a better outcome, knockout. Thank you, guys.
We want them all. Now is the time for us to start bringing in all the international talent. There's all this talk about who the best heavyweight in the world is. I want to find out. There's only one way to find out. It's get them all the heavyweights together and let's do it. Who's the best light heavyweight in the world? I don't know. Let's round them all up and find out. And that's what we're doing. We're going out there and acquiring all this talent. We're very aggressive, and we're going after everybody.